Hi guys, so I'm on here to give you guys a quick update on a collective energy. I've been tapping into the energy of the collective and dissecting it and discerning, because a lot of the times the energies that are incoming are not mine. So I have to do a lot of meditation, clearing, grounding in nature. And so, what I was guided to share with you today is about what's going on in the collective due to the splitting of the earth from the 3D to 5D matrix. So, in my clairvoyance, through my third vision, what I saw was a splitting, literally, like we were sort of overlapping, and then it started to split a little bit. And then, because of this gap, there are a lot of things coming up in the collective that is in the 3D that could be affecting the people who are ready to move on to the 5D. So what is happening in the collective right now is that a lot of people are going through hatred. So they have to deal with their inner wounds. And it's like, what I see is withdrawal symptom, like when you have addiction to something and when you are about to clean up your system and you go on without the substance that you were addicted to, you start to have all this pain, all this withdrawal symptoms, where you are directing that energy of emptiness inside that you used to fill in with the substance to the outside world, meaning you shout out, you call out names, you curse, and you have to let it all out. So that is what I saw in the collective. So what is happening in the collective is that a lot of people are experiencing this energy, and especially what I was guided to share was that you have to do the work. That is the hardcore truth. Meaning, you may accumulate a lot of knowledge, listening to all these videos, going on searching for the answers to your situations, but at the end of the day, you have to do something to change your patterns, meaning choose differently. Otherwise, you're not going to change your vibration, because it's all about the energy that we are shifting and transforming and transmuting. So at this time, if you're not working on yourself or having a set plan or having that fire, the determination within yourself to shift things around in your life, meaning, yes, I know that my situation is this, but I'm sick of this. I hate my blah. I don't like my partner. It's so hard to deal with my kids. All these negative self-talk, the negative narratives are keeping you stuck and keeping you in lower vibration. So specifically, you need to review your language right now. Language came as a channeled message. So you really specifically need to review all your self-talk, that you've been unconsciously doing it out of habit because you've been repeating it so many times over and over. Now it has become automatic, and that has been anchoring you down in that lower vibrational frequency. So to get out, you need to first review your language. What you say about yourself, to yourself, about other people, and to other people. Because I felt a lot of gossiping energy that is going on in the collective, because a lot of people are now having to deal with jealousy, envy, because the lack they feel inside. And when they see someone being in a certain place, instead of paying attention to what's going on inside, they're used to paying attention to what's going on around themselves. And so they start to talk about those people, situations, and get distracted that way. And at the end of the day, what they're doing is they're neglecting their own self-care. meaning they're constantly putting their attention and focus on what is outside of themselves rather than what's going on inside themselves. And once you pay attention to what's going on inside yourselves, you can listen to your emotions. You can listen to your needs. You can discern whether it is your true feeling or it is someone directing that energy towards you or projecting them onto you, so you don't mistake them for your energy. You see, it's all very messy right now in the collective because it's like their last day screaming out. And what's really happening is they may say, I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, if you say so, and if you say so repeatedly, that is going to be your reality. And that is how powerful you are, as your words are spells, and these are manifesting constantly. And what these people are looking for is, by saying this, they're asking for attention from other people to save them, meaning they see themselves as a powerless being and they're used to being in that place, therefore seeking attention that way and neglecting their own inner work. That's what I mean by that. You constantly ask for other people to save you, and that is what's happening. And so when they're not receiving the attention or the love or the care from other people or the approval, then they start to get mad and they start to get upset, and it's being projected out onto anything and everything because the energy is so intense. It needs to be released right now, but it has nowhere to go because they're not looking into themselves to process all of this, to transmute and transform, that letting it out everywhere unconsciously. So this is what is happening. So if you are someone who had been doing the work, right now you really want to meditate, you want to be in nature, grounding, and then really discern the energy from what's yours and what's not yours. And then bring your energy back, or you can send back all these energies that are coming towards you to the original sender. That's what you can do to protect your aura, protect your energy field at this time. And also, if you are someone who's really deeply hurting right now and you are sitting with a lot of resentment, anger, or hatred came as a very specific channeled word. So if you're dealing with a lot of hatred towards someone, towards your situation, this is something that you can see that as your opportunity to shift things around by reviewing your own words. Meaning, when you do that, you go back into your power within, because now you are taking charge of what's going on. And so you start to, I would say, correct things for yourself rather than blaming the outside to come in and to save you from the situation, you see? And nobody can do that. It is you who can do this. So I'm just reminding you of this power that you have within that may be very straightforward at this time, but this is what we need at this moment, as the earth is literally just a little bit of this movement, but it's huge energetically. And that's based on what I tapped into and what I saw in my third eye vision. So as always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't with love in any case, because you always have the power to choose. So any judgment that you hold can be expressed outwardly at this time. And whenever you do that, simply take notice instead of feeling guilt or bad for making such comments, because feeling guilt is your own self-judgment. you learn to judge yourself. So therefore, it is either towards someone else, blaming, or when you blame yourself, it becomes the judgment. And it becomes your own self-guilt. So instead of going into that lower vibrational energy, you want to simply call back your power within, and then review your self-talk, review your narratives, review the way you communicate to yourself and to the outside world, and write down the things you can shift, and start intentionally speak lovingly of yourself. If you cannot do that with other people, at least for now, because your energy is not in alignment, you want to start intending to love yourself first. So what you can use as affirmations is, I intend to speak always lovingly of myself and of other people. I take care of myself with love, with tenderness, with kindness, with patience, with gentleness, with generosity. I allow myself to be who I am. I allow myself to be as I am, guilt-free. I'm always learning. I'm always growing. I allow myself to learn and grow through every difficulty, through every challenge, through every painful moment. I allow myself to learn in love, in joy, in gratitude. So every time you catch yourself going into that negative pattern or a toxic pattern, instead of saying, oh, I shouldn't have done that, or I feel bad for doing that, I should have known better, these are what you used to repeat to yourself that lowered your frequency and anchored you down into that lower vibrational state. So now instead of saying that, you say, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity for me to notice this pattern. I'm willing and I'm determined to shift my language. And I will use these from now and say, thank you for this lesson. Thank you for this consciousness. Thank you for this awareness. And then immediately, you have to rephrase all these words, because when you do that, you reverse that energy right away. You're transmuting that energy, and so you're cleaning up your energetic space. So that's what I want you to do, because at the end of the day, if you really want to shift your vibration, well, you have to set an intention and give the focus to that intention, and also water that by giving constant energy, attention, and love to the area. But at the end of the day, you have to act differently, meaning you have to take the action in that same vibration that you're focusing on, so that you are aligned with that vibration. And until then, you're not shifting. And so you need to take that action at the end of the day in order to complete shifting your vibration. So I want to rephrase that. And I recorded a video about clearing up all your chakras with sound vibration. And I'm going to put that link of that video down in the description box below, so you can go to that video and then listen to it and do the sound clearing, because when you do that, it will balance out, it will clear out all this lower vibrational energy in your chakras, in your energetic field. So that's something that you can do as a supportive measure. So the last message is that if you are in frustration right now because you're not where you are, you're not where you feel like you need to be right now, or you're rushing, well, the quote is, by Lao Tzu, is that nature is never in a hurry. Everything takes place in its own timing. And so it is calling for you to pay attention to this moment, because whenever you are impatient, that means you're not present simply, because your focus is somewhere else than this moment. And the reason why we don't feel content, or we get bored, or we get impatient, or we get frustrated, is because our energy, meaning our focus of the mind, is not in the now. It is chasing for a result in the future. And when we are in that place, it creates a lot of lower vibrations. And so you are unable to see the beauty in this moment, or the joy in this moment, that will help you to feel inspired, energized, ignited, so that you get divine ideas, inspirations that can bring you in abundance, rather than you're constantly focused on what is lacking in this moment, because you're so focused on the results and the outcome. And this is one of the patterns that we are dealing with a lot at this moment, as people are called to make changes in their life. Meaning, a lot of people are going to feel like they need to quit their job, and they're in a dissatisfying place in their work, especially in their relationship, and it's hard for them because there's a lot of attachment and the fear needs to be released at this moment. And this is going to be very challenging, because it's not just for this lifetime, but for the energy that you are clearing up for many, many lives that you had at this time. So this can be very intense, very challenging, very difficult. So that is why you want to be very extra gentle with yourself and kind, or practice this kindness with yourself. Allow yourself the space and the room to adjust, to pivot, to shift, rather than pushing yourself to achieve a certain outcome in the least amount of time, because that is the ego distracting ourselves. And so rest is not a luxury, it is a necessity right now. So if you need to rest, you must bring yourself to rest, so you realign your energy. So you need that sleep, you need that self-care, you need that joy, where you start to feel alive in this moment and get out of your head so much. And so that is something that I was guided to share with you at this moment. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.